Welcome to another Trading Psychology episode. This is Season 5, Episode 5, Win. Subconscious mind is the command centre. Thing is, it'll accept anything you tell it. What makes us different to the animal kingdom? Well, we are not hardwired to our environment. Most animals adapt almost immediately from birth, which does have its advantages, but place them in a different location and they may struggle. For example, seeing penguins in the desert or fish on dry land. Hardwired. This is what makes us stand out and what makes us outstanding. We are not genetically pre-programmed or hardwired, allowing us to thrive in many different environments. Consider the gravity of this fact for a moment. As stated in the title of my podcast, all limitations are self-imposed. So there you have it, perspective. Peace of mind, knowing you can potentially achieve anything you put your mind to, including trading. High vibration. Research in positive psychology tells us that utilising our strengths is what makes us. Simply put, it's always been about you and will really truly always be about you. Much like placing the oxygen mask on first before helping others do the same. Align yourself with people who radiate positivity like a ray of sunshine and appear to live a life of high vibration. And what does this mean? Well, the research suggests understanding being positive is much more than just a state of mind. High vibration people see challenges of life as growth opportunities rather than pitfalls. Glass half full versus half empty. This way of thinking instantly shifts you forward towards your goals. In trading, we call this having an edge. Mindset matters and is primarily one reason why I'm a trader. Because I'm pitted against myself every single day, not against others or against the market. So I use this as a chance for growth and self-development. Brain development. Studies suggest the process of building a human brain takes up to 25 years. Our bodies can give the appearance of being an adult, but inside we are still developing from our teenage years. When laws were made many years ago, very little was known about brain development. So setting a legal age of 18, for example, is a very thin line to cross from childhood suddenly being thrust into adulthood and the pressures and responsibilities that come with it. From my own research, I find most tend to come to some sort of realisation around the age of 27. I myself bought my first house at 27, and I note from that time how much I started to appreciate life and how different I was viewing the world. Everything prior just felt like a blur. Bit of fun, nothing substantial, a certain lack of clarity, having an edge. Suppose you focus on people who are more successful than you, more good looking than you, have a bigger bank balance. It's what happens on social media. If you don't understand this, all you would be doing is reinforcing a sense that you're lacking. Life would be miserable. Living to the fullest is not about having lots of money, but accepting and appreciating what you already have and making the most of it. I like to stay home, read, watch movies, go for walks, gym, cook, family time. Simple pleasures. Adopt this thinking when developing as traders. The goal is not a perfectionistic one. Don't focus on every missed move, no FOMO. Fear of missing out. Focus on what you do well. I'm a trader, not a longer term investor. I excel in trading the morning hours of the London Open, not all day, every day. Perfectionism. It's a great strive for improvement and equally important to celebrate success. But don't strive for perfection. This distinction needs to be understood in all you do in life, not just with trading. Perfectionism can lead to destructive behaviour and kills accounts. And as we know, how we trade shapes our psychology. So if we adopt a perfectionistic mindset, we won't enjoy trading, let alone anything else we do. That's why I have a strict controls over risk management and a set style of taking partial profit and adjusting the risk along the way. My systematic approach. Now this part is a brief overview of how I trade and pretty much how I do everything in life. When I see an opportunity, I tend to use a slightly wider stop loss. This is the buffer I'm allowing before I lose. The amount I risk, however, is not affected. It is generally only 0.5% or less, so 0.5% or less. And the reward ratio is at least 1-to-1. So for example, if I have a 50 pip stop loss, I look to have at least a minimum 50 pip first target, also referred to as T1. I also have a second target, T2. I will generally bank up to 80% of my profit around T1 and have a smaller position to run, a runner, looking for T2. Providing the trade is not stopped out and nothing fundamentally in the world happens, I use the adverse price movement against me as an opportunity to adjust the stop loss and thereby reduce the risk. I then look to reallocate that risk by adding an extra position but at a better entry. This helps me deal with the idea of perfectionism. Of course, I'm looking for a suitable entry into the market, but quite often price can move quickly, so timing can be a challenge. By scaling in with small risk and a wide stop, I provide myself with some flexibility to layer in with added positions. I find this gives me small but consistent wins over a longer term, such as a month, as opposed to a day or a week, because it is this shorter term mindset and lack of patience which tends to result in overall losses for traders who are governed by the idea of instant gratification. Summary. When you focus on the good, your brain rewires to look for more good. That's what you feed the subconscious, as it knows no difference in terms of good, bad, happy, sad, just what you feed it. That's the magic of neuroplasticity. Your brain literally changes shape based on what you repeatedly think about and do. If you focus on stress, for example, your brain will strengthen neural pathways for anxiety. Focus on gratitude, then, to strengthen pathways for joy, calm, and optimism. Essentially, the subconscious mind is the command center. Thing is, it'll accept anything you tell it. Whatever you impress upon your subconscious then becomes your reality. Knowing this key piece of information is of huge value and importance, though. It means you can shape your future, your destiny, your legacy, as it's yet to be written and yet to be defined.